Welcome to Bizchicks TV. This is the place for tips, tools, and strategies to help you do business better. Here to help you build a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. Today's Tuesday, and on Tuesday, we have the digital diva in the house, Terry Johnson, online from New York City, right here, right now, to help us get our social media game together. That's right. You have a place to go to get social media help. So without further ado, we want to say hi to everybody watching live on the replay. And here's TJ.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's marketing chat where we talk about marketing topics, we talk about branding, we talk about everything. So it's September, I always like to do like a back to basics thing, and I usually have a series, and usually we start with hashtags. I figured let's look at hashtags because there's a lot of people that may not remember, you know them, you use them, but there's been some changes, especially with Instagram, and I felt like we needed to talk about hashtags. So let me ask everybody a question: do you think hashtags are dead? That's the first question. Do we think
I,
hashtags are dead? Like we shouldn't use them at all?
hmm, I don't think they're quite dead. I just don't think people know how to use them well.
That's it. You don't know how to use them well. So that's why we're talking about it, because everybody goes, oh, hashtags. I know what a hashtag is. It's the little pound. We used to call it pound sign. Now it's the hashtag sign. And you put it in front of a word or phrase that has to do with your topic, your industry, your business, whatever. And it's not dead because it's a way for you to get discovered when you put your social media posts. Now, I'll tell you, some people who don't ever have to use a hashtag, uh, let's say Kim Kardashian, President Obama, Michelle Obama, Beyonce, people like that, they don't have to use a hashtag ever. And why is that? Why don't they have to use hashtags?
Because they're already famous. They're
Yes, they
already
already known, famous, have a community of millions of followers.
right.
Plus, I don't really, some of them, I don't really think they care about getting attention because they already got it. If you're the president of the United States,
You have attention.
duh. you, when you open your mouth anywhere, you don't need a hashtag. So for us, unfortunately, small business owners, you need a hashtag. Now, I'm bringing this up because I've heard, and I think we talked about this last year when we did that. We talked about hashtags. Is that people are saying, oh, you don't have to use hashtags. You only use one, two, or three on Instagram, things like that. So that's why we got to talk about where it goes. Like where is it popular? Because remember, hashtags are a way to categorize things, and people actually use them and look it up, especially on TikTok. If you don't know about TikTok, hashtags are very, very big over there. Very big. And we're talking hashtags. If you go over there and look right now, look up your topic, your industry, your business, you're going to see a number with a B behind it for billion.
Yep.
Billions. And
Bill.
we talked about this before, that TikTok is starting to be the search engine of choice for millennials and Gen Z. They're
Mm-hmm.
not going to Google, and Google knows this. We talked about it, so we're gonna, there's something to keep my eye on. But we still use Google to search, and a certain generation still use Google to search. I do. I don't go to TikTok and search, but that's the interesting thing that's coming up. So you want to use hashtags. I've seen all these articles, hashtags are dead, you shouldn't use hashtags. But Adam Mosari, the CEO of Instagram, says yes, use hashtags. I believe he in and let me see if I can find it real quick. I saw it in his stories last week, and I was going to make a post about it, and I completely forgot because other things came up.
Oh, there's always something coming up.
Something always coming up, and I'm like, I had the thing for a week in Canva, like, oh, I'm gonna make a reel about this. It's still sitting there in Canva, so I'm gonna make it because it's still news. It's still news to somebody, even though he has lots of followers, being the CEO of Instagram, and everybody hangs on his every word. Let me bring it up and see if I can. You know
This
what?
is a
I don't
this
know if
is
he.
really a good topic though, because
I don't know.
um,
He has some highlights. So it was in his stories. Oh no, here it is. Oh shoot, I should have hooked this up so I could play it. So he did a video post. He did a reel. Let me backtrack. He did a
it was
reel
real.
because they don't do videos anymore. They're called reels. If you
Mhm.
even if you do a regular video, it's still a reel. So he did this August 30th. I still do. I'll still do my stories. But he
It's
had some.
relevant.
Yes, he did a recommendations like things you should do, and one of them was use hashtags.
Hmm.
So do we listen to people who just go, oh, you shouldn't use hashtags, you only should use three? This is the thing I hear, you should use three hashtags on Instagram and no more, but Instagram lets you do 30.
Right. So it gives you 30 opportunities to be discovered.
Right.
Hmm.
So I was trying to see if yeah, he has it. No, he doesn't have it in the comments, and I'm trying to watch the reel, but it's on his Instagram. But there's people saying, well, to get engagement and discovered on Instagram, you should use no more than 3 to 5 hashtags at the most. But the limit is 30. So and he said in his story, in his reel, I keep story. They got so many things over on Instagram. He
They're
said,
all
yeah, it's so many things. He said in his reel to use. It was recommendations for reels, like to get your reels discovered and everything. And one of them was use hashtags. Now he didn't say how many.
but if they give you 30 spots,
If they give you 30, now I've also heard recommendations that don't use all 30.
mhm,
Why? And that's why we're talking about hashtags, because some of the rules of using a hashtag is it must be relevant. Ta-da! That word keeps popping up with content all the time. It must be relevant. To whom? Your
to
audience.
to your audience. Yeah. So okay, because I'm sure you're going to hit on this. I'll just wait because I got
No, go ahead.
no, because I have based on something that you had taught us earlier, I went to find the hashtags that fit for my industry.
Yes, that's right.
And so I'm like, okay, but I don't use all of the ones. I just I put them in my notes so I can just go copy and paste when I need them.
Yes.
And then I will use the relevant ones to that post. But I
Yes.
have, like for real estate, I have a bunch of hashtags. And I'll tell you this, it wasn't, uh, it took a little bit of time to sit down and go pull the hashtags that
Right.
are relevant for my industry.
Right.
I
And
was
it took
like,
a little
oh,
bit of time, but guess what? Do you have to do that research every time? No, you do
nope.
it once.
Because when you're in the moment of putting together your post or your reel or whatever, now you have to think of what hashtag would go with this. It should already be in the file, it should already be on the ready.
Right.
And then you just come up with maybe one that is talking about whatever thing you're posting, but your stuff should already be there
Yep.
because it's a lot easier that way.
So this is the thing. So let's before we get into that, I just want to put these notes out that you when used properly, hashtags make it easier for users to find related content that they want, relevant content, because they're searching for information. We already know that. That's why Google is what is Google is valued at $1 trillion yet? I'm not
I'm
sure.
not sure, but
Not
they're
sure if they're
close.
valued. Well, Alphabet, not Google. I should say Alphabet. But that means that people are searching for things online. And I just mentioned that the younger generation, Alpha, Z, and millennials, they search on TikTok now. The older generations, they still use Google, but that's going to change. That's going to change. That's why I said we've been talking about TikTok for a while. I said you're going to be there. Old man Steve is there. He's like 80, 90, whatever he is. He's there. A lot of older people are there because of attention. But see, the thing is, you want to use hashtag because you want to increase the visibility of
Mhm.
your messages and boost your posts for free. This is organic. Because why? Because they're already searching for what you have. Now, this is the thing that trips everybody up. They want Kim Kardashian numbers. The little if you're the little dry cleaner on the corner, you ain't gonna get that. You're gonna get less than that. And again, if you're a local business like a dry cleaner, a bakery, or whatever, you want local attention. You don't want Kardashian numbers. You don't want. I mean, but again, and here we get into the bots. A lot of those have bots that you know they buy numbers, and those
No.
bots. Those are bots. Do bots buy?
No.
Bots don't buy. So we've been talking for years about the attention on the numbers, and I said we're doing a refocus that we're not concerned about the numbers. We're concerned about the revenue, the dollars of your posts, driving the call to action, getting them to your link wherever it may be. It could go anywhere, but at the end of that link is a interaction where there's money exchange. That's called revenue marketing. That's what we care about. And guess
Right.
what? You can do that with 1,000. You can do it with 500 followers.
Because those 500 followers are the ones that wanted to connect with you.
Yes, you can YouTube. You could have 100 subscribers or less, but guess what? You can make money because your content, your messaging is driving the action of getting your target audience to make a decision to go to your link to what? To buy. To
Mm.
buy or to buy if you do it right, or to get on your email list where you continue the conversation, develop the relationship, and then they buy from your email. That's it. It's really simple, but it's really hard. It's hard because you have to put the effort in. And using hashtags is an easy way to do that. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you use a hashtag? It just blew my mind. I'm like, people, I see them on TikTok, I see them on Instagram. Don't use hashtags. I'm like, who? I'm going to use hashtags.
Especially because the people who made the platform told you that if you do, it'll benefit you. So I'm not going to, right?
Hey, Dr. Taji. And Dachi says, exactly. Businesses have unrealistic expectations. Oh, blow that up, put it in Times Square, put it on the billboards on the side of the street. Unrealistic expectations. This is where the heartache and the moaning and the groaning online, and I see everywhere. I see it everywhere. The Instagram is shadow banning me. Instagram is suppressing me. Facebook is keeping me from making money. YouTube definitely is keeping me making from money because they won't show my video to everybody. Well, they're not going to do that. YouTube shows information video to people when they show an interest in it. If they're not interested in your video, they're not going to watch it. So guess what? You got more
You,
work to do.
you need to put a hashtag in there and or hashtags and
Right.
use them because
You and
they,
yeah, and you can
people
even use hashtags on YouTube because if you do a short, put hashtag short. Now tell me, is that dead? No. No.
the people are looking for certain things. And I've been playing with the shorts and playing with the TikToks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when somebody is looking to buy a home or sell a home, I have to put something in there that
Yes.
says for home buyers, for home sellers, for something, or
Yes.
they're not going to see it.
Exactly. Exactly. You have to describe it accurately. This is with captions and with hashtags. This is why people say hashtags don't work because they use a big hashtag. Say for interest, say for example on Instagram, they use a hashtag called love, but their post is talking about something else. If you're not talking about love, you don't need to use it. And plus, that's a gigantic hashtag with like 100 million. You are not going to. It's a sea of tuna. You're not going to be found in that. So your hashtag must be specific. It must be niche. It must be targeted to the people that are thinking about buying what you have. So you got to get in the mind of the buyer. And Fran knows that this is what real estate. This is what real estate is all about. You get in the mind of the buyer. Get into the mind of the buyer, and the buyer is your audience. So you want to know what hashtag to use? Please don't use any of those hashtags that have millions of posts.
Right.
Use a hashtag that has less than 100,000. I've heard from a couple of people I follow, like less than 100,000. You want a few of those, and then maybe some that are like under 50,000, or 50, 30,000, and then some that are in the thousands, like 3,000 or something. Why? Because you're putting yourself in a pool of being able to be seen in a smaller group. Everybody get that?
Yep.
Also, another thing about hashtags is that you cannot this is Instagram. I'm not sure about the others, but I know on Instagram you cannot reuse the same over and over and over. Because so Fran gave us the tip of researching your hashtags, and then you can use notes, you can use whatever note taking app or save a document on your phone, and you just copy and paste. But you want to be careful with that, because Instagram will see that as bot behavior, because you're doing the same thing over and over. So your posts are every day you do a post. Is it the same?
No.
And
that's why you pick certain ones off the list.
Right. So you do the research, you get a group of hashtags, as many as you can till you get tired. And then when you do a post about, I think I did a post about, I took a picture, I was downtown or something. I took a picture and then I put something on top, and it was about, I forgot what it was about, but it was like, okay, I went to my core group of hashtags and I said, okay, this one is relevant to that picture. This one and that one and that one. Not all of them. Not all of the hashtags fit that picture. So again, you want to use hashtags. You don't want to use hashtags over and over, because Instagram sees that as bot behavior and spam, and they will shut you down.
So so we want to create a bank of hashtags.
Yes. You do that, and you do that once. You go, oh my God, I got to find hashtags for this post. No, you sit down again. I say a day when you are less, you're less busy. Sunday is good for that. Saturday, whatever day of the week. And you say, okay, let me look at my hashtags. Let me get them together. And then the next week you can look at them again and say, well, did these work? Maybe I should go in and take this one out and put another one in. But that's maintenance. But once you got it, you got it. And then when you post for the day, and I have a planner that's good for that. I'll put the link in. Yeah. I have a post. I have the little PDF. You print it out. You can do it online, whatever.
Right. And so a couple of points that TJ made. One, she said your hashtag must be specific.
Yeah.
You need to create a bank of hashtags where you can go pull them, and then be sure to use just the relevant hashtags for your post.
Yes. Because they work. Hashtags work. Let me ask you this. Does a file cabinet work in 2022? We do a lot of online cloud, this and SaaS, and, all the off businesses, the corporate, but they still have file cabinets.
They still got paper when they tried to tell us we was going to be paperless.
Do those work? Yeah, because they categorize and organize documents. So hashtags categorize and organize your post for when somebody is looking for what you're talking about, and you put in the appropriate hashtag, they find you. Now I'm going to tell you how to find out if your hashtags work, and this has we've been mainly talking about Instagram, but in part 2 I'm going to talk about TikTok and LinkedIn, but we focus on Instagram. So if you go to your profile and pick any area of your post and go to view insights, and then at the bottom, it will tell you impressions from hashtag. Ooh, look at that number.
What? You mean to tell me it can tell me how many impressions or views, right?
Right.
From the
Right.
Okay. Hashtags are views. How many views I got or how many looks I got because of the hashtag.
So remember, so reach is the number of accounts. Impressions are the number of times it was seen.
Okay. The number of time.
So it was
Okay.
the number of times it was seen by, whoever's on Instagram. So Instagram will tell you when you go to your individual post how many impressions was from that hashtag. That means how many times it was seen. So do you want to be seen online? So if I didn't use hashtag, that would be zero from hashtag zero. Because I didn't use
I
it.
didn't use them.
I didn't use them. So when I hear this talk about something is dead, Snapchat is dead, this is dead, that is dead, we're in this world of unrealistic expectations. Like Dr. Tati said, I love that, where you think oh, I'm gonna reach everybody. And I've said this before here, everybody ain't your customer.
Mm-mm.
Everybody ain't your audience.
And you don't want the bots
If you
either.
sell skateboards, is a 90-year-old grandma your audience? No. It's teenagers. So you got to go where they are and you got to use the hashtag that's going to get them, because hashtags still work because they use them on TikTok. Boom. So all of this talk about, well, hashtags, what good are they? They're good. They're useful.
They are very, very good.
They're useful. Now let me talk about the downside though. Now, one of the things about the hashtag, you don't own it. So anybody can make a post about
Whatever.
and if they get your hashtag, that the hashtag that you use that 100 million people are using, and they attach something negative to it, well, you can't control that. That's called a bash tag. They used to call it a bash tag. On Twitter, they called it a bash tag. Now, Twitter, I hadn't really talked about with hashtags, because that's where it really originated from. Hashtags. I think it was 2007, or some guy said, "Oh, let's organize by hashtag with the pound sign and the word," and everybody went crazy with it. Now, if you go on if you go on Twitter today and you look at the trending topics, is by hashtag. How do they find the trending topics? It's by hashtag. Also, the trending topics in Twitter are found by certain keywords. Like if they talk, here's the one I found. If I think Harry Styles, I will see that in the trending. I think he's a British pop singer or something.
Yeah.
If you go to trending topics, you will see Harry Styles without a hashtag. It's because people are talking about him, because he's a big pop star and he's got a big fan base and da 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 da. Another one is what's the Korean group? BTS, something.
Yeah.
BTS. I will see that on trending top without that. Sometimes with a hashtag, sometimes without. So you can see how it works on Twitter. Is that it will be a trending topic whether it's a hashtag or not. Usually it's a hashtag. That's another way for you to get information about your industry.
And that's what Jimmy Fallon uses on the Tonight Show.
Yes. Yes.
He, the hashtag topic, and if you want to participate, you put in the hashtag, and that's how they find.
That's how they find you. That's how they find you. So that's another good use for hashtags. If you're running a contest or you want user generated content, you say, "Hey guys, if you're using our product, da 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 da, and you're online, use the hashtag." Do you say love or you do hashtag your business? So here's another thing. You want to use hashtags specifically to get around this, the downside of not owning the hashtag. You want to use something really, really, really specific. Really, really. And also you can put it in for Instagram, and I believe for Twitter. If you put it in your bio, people can tap in and go see all the posts about that hashtag. So that's where you might want to use one for a contest or to organize around your business name, but you got to be really, 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 really specific about it. Because one of my clients, we have a hashtag and it's the business and it says NYC. And when I go and look at that it's all our posts because we're the only ones using it. So see how that works? It has to be something really specific. It can't be just a business name, especially if it's something that's common.
Right.
Like a common name or something. You might want to put a location like we do NYC or wherever you are, or you do whatever, LA, whatever ATL. You see how? That's how you can
I like that.
organize it.
I shall use that today because I just got an idea for that. Thank you.
And you can drive people to it. Oh, you want to see da 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 da? Go to hashtag da 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 NYC or dot, whatever you make that's real specific. But you can put that in your bio,
Hmm.
and they
This
can
is
tap it.
good
They
because
can
that's
tap it.
another way to drive traffic
Because
to you.
yes, hashtags are categorization. So when they go to that hashtag, they see whatever's under that hashtag. So that's why I said hashtags are good and bad. There's a negative because you don't own it. But if you get really, really, really niche and specific with one, research it first. Now, research it. Make sure there's nothing
Make
because
sure ain't nothing crazy over there.
there's some crazy stuff attached to hashtag. And you tap that, it's in the feed. It shows up in the feed, and you're like, okay, do I want my customer seeing this? Maybe I need. So you gotta do some research and really, really specific. Here's a tip that I use. I use keywords everywhere. It's a Chrome extension. You have to pay, but it's not expensive. Um, and it does Instagram hashtags, like shows you the you search for a hashtag, it shows you the number of searches, it shows you like the ranking. It's good information to use when you're trying to decide what hashtag to use, because remember what I said, that when you look at the search rankings, like how many posts are connected to that hashtag, if it's in the millions and stuff, you don't want to use it, but it shows you all the numbers. Now you can do this for free on Instagram, which is what I did before, because I've used keywords everywhere for a long time, but they never had the Instagram. They just recently did that. So before they added it, I was going to Instagram and just manually searching and looking at, because Instagram will show you the number of posts attached to that hashtag.
So tell us the name again of this.
Keywords everywhere. It's a Chrome extension. And you have to you pay like $10 or something, and you get this many searches. But it's a
Keywords
lot of
everywhere.
searches, because you're not going to use it that much. So
Yeah, but it's a good thing.
right, and I think there's a time limit on it. I think they give you like a year. After a year, if you don't use it, you lose it. So, but it's called Keywords Everywhere, and it's an SEO tool for searching for keywords, because it's very important when when you're doing your website and web pages and stuff, you want to know keywords. But they just added on the Instagram um hashtag searching feature. Now there was another one. There's a couple of free ones if you go on the App Store. I think there's one called hashtag expert, but again, you have to pay for that if you want like they give you a free trial of 3 days and then $89 a year. I thought that was a little too much, so I was like, I don't want to use it. But I know a lot of people that I follow, they talk about hashtag expert. So I'm
Okay.
gonna use that one. But I like the keywords everywhere. Now I don't think they have an app. It's desktop only. I have to check. But if um and there's another one I think called Right Tag I used to use. RITE.
So what I would suggest for our people watching, book an appointment with TJ so you can get your hashtag game together. Just
Yeah, it's called Right Tag. I'm gonna put it in the chat. But
yeah,
I like keywords everywhere because they already use it. It's already in the browser.
right.
The Right Tag. I put that in the comments. So, but there's using tools is always helpful.
Yeah, especially if you're building something, you need some tools.
Right. And also, if you use a third party software to post, to do social media posts, I see a lot of them are including a hashtag search feature.
Okay.
So if you use, I'm not sure which, I'm thinking Sprout Social might have it. A couple of those. If you use a third party social media manager tool, a lot of them they're putting in AI, which is artificial intelligence, to help you write the post, and they're also doing hashtag searching.
And
So
Dr. Tachi says she thinks Buffer does it as well.
I think Buffer does too. So you got a lot of choices. You use the one that you like. Use
This
the
is
one that you
good.
like.
So you're going to continue this
Yes,
conversation?
we're going to talk more about it because I didn't bring up Pinterest and LinkedIn, so we're going to talk more about the simple tips for effective hashtag use social media. So
Okay,
we'll keep going.
So we can find you, Ellen Terry Johnson,
Right.
online.live.
Right.
Coming up
There's
in
a
about.
post. Oh, here we go. There's a post on the Bizchicks Facebook page and a post on the Bizchicks Facebook group. So any of those three ways, and Terry Johnson online page on Facebook if you're there. So
Okay, very good.
So
this is good.
So I felt like we need to, and it's like, well, everybody knows what a hashtag is. Yeah, you know what a hashtag is, but are you using it the right way in 2022? Because you might be still using a hashtag the way you did in 2018 and 19. So
right, and so I learned some things about how to
good. I mean, that's how we want to have it. And also here's the Bizchicks net if you want to join.
Yes. Sign up for Bizchicks. Doesn't cost you anything to do that. You'll become a part of the community. Just text biz to 33777, or you can go to bizchicks.net. Sign up, complete a profile, tell us a little bit about who you are so we can promote you to the rest of the world, at least to the rest of our world here in the community, because we want you to build a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And that is one way for us to do it. So be sure to go check out Terry Johnson online.live right after this in about 20 minutes.
Yep, at 12 noon, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern.
And she's got some more goodies over there for you.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk.
All right. So it is okay for you to make money in your business. So be sure to go to the front of your online, and we will see you back here tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.